Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kess Effect. Today, I want to share something very personal, something that almost broke me, but something that eventually helped me remember myself again. This is how I overcame and healed my covert narcissistic relationship, as well as a toxic narcissistic family abuse. But in this video, I'm going to focus on the toxic narcissistic relationship. That of the toxic family abuse is a topic for a whole nother video. If you've ever felt confused, manipulated, or felt like you're losing yourself slowly in a relationship, I need you to stay to the end of this video because this might just be what you needed to see. This is not just about pain or overcoming a painful experience. It's about power. It's about reclaiming your voice, your peace, and your sense of self after it's been shattered by a million pieces. You know, when I first met this person, everything felt great. It was very charming, attentive, and always saying the right thing. Got me feeling like, wow, finally someone who actually matches my energy. But what I didn't know at the time was that I was being love bombed. I was being studied like a predator studies its prey. Now, if you don't know what love bombing is, it is when a narcissist overwhelms you with feelings of attention, affection, validation, and just about anything they can to gain control over you. And once you're hooked, once they know they got you or they think they got you, that's when the manipulation begins. That's when, if you're smart enough, can begin to notice the tiny, tiny cracks in the mask. That's when the derogatory snark remarks can begin to slowly creep in. Compliments can turn into criticism. Oh, you're so amazing. You can do anything you set out to do. Can quickly become, don't you think that's too much? Don't you think you shouldn't be doing this or you shouldn't be doing that? And the laughter can turn into strategic, intermittent silence. That's when they start manipulating you full on. And the worst of them all, this human being was going about fabricating clean lies, pulling out things from thin air. I mean, the most low degrading things you can think about. This person was talking so bad about my persona, about even the experience we had with one another. He was lying about that to every gullible dummy, such as himself, that could believe something like that, which to me and the limited knowledge that I had about the person I was dealing with, I felt like the relationship was blissful. I felt everything was going perfect. This is before I had any idea or inkling the personification, like the person I was dealing with, only to find out after the fact that this demon was going about assassinating my character to every gullible person, like I said, who cared to listen behind my back, all the while playing the victim and painting me the villain in every narrative. I'm able to say this now so casually and even laugh a little bit, but trust me, this situation is perhaps one of the most painful experiences of my life. I kept asking myself, like, what did I ever do to this person to treat me so demonically? Like, what did I ever do to deserve the kind of treatment and mental anguish this human being was putting me through, despite being the best person, the best human being that I could be to him? I was so overwhelmed. I kept asking myself that question. This human being went on a full-on smear campaign, and sadly, everyone took the bait. I'm talking friendships, business relationships, just about everyone. Like my foundation, he literally shattered my foundation, shattered almost everything I had worked so hard to build over the years, made people see me as such a dishonest person. And that affected me a lot, affected my finances, affected my ability to, make money and as a result, make a living. It was really insidious. It was. At a point, I felt like I was being burnt at the stake for a crime I wasn't even aware of. It felt like the world was literally caving in on me because all these attacks were coming and I did not know where it was coming from or from who. Because I was seeing this person almost every other day. And he plastered this smile over his face, like, So It was crazy, guys. A really painful experience. At the time, I ended up literally isolated and by myself. I had no one. Like, I was all on my own aside from the Most High God. That was the only person by my side. It was just me, myself, and God. The situation was so bad that at a point I almost started hating everybody because of the hate they were bringing towards me without even knowing or hearing my own side of the story. I saw people like, if these people could so easily persecute me without giving me an opportunity, because I tried to speak about it, especially on my social media platforms and stuff, because I'm into entertainment as well. And I do some other businesses. So whenever I tried to, rationalize what was going on or talk about it, voice out, I'd be shut down immediately. I wasn't given any consideration. I wasn't given any, benefit of the doubt. Nobody cared to listen. So I felt like if people could persecute me so casually without even knowing my own side of the story or even caring, like nobody came to me and asked me one-on-one, have you heard this? Did you know this was going on? Is this true? Nobody. It was just underhanded, negative treatment, hate, coming from everywhere, everyone, man, everywhere. It was crazy. So I was like, if this could happen to me, how many other innocent people, how many other innocent souls that have been wrongly accused and projected upon like that, how many of them who are not as strong as I am to carry on have this happen to? If you've ever been in a relationship with a covert narcissist, you will know what I mean when I say it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. They slowly chip away at your sense of self. They slowly chip away at your confidence, but they do it so insidiously, so painstakingly, like it's a step-by-step thing. Before you know it, you've gotten a point where you're doubting yourself. They can say things like, whenever you bring up topics of your concern or what you're experiencing, what you're saying to be true, and you bring it up for them, they'll be like, I think you're overreacting. No, that cannot be true. You're just too sensitive. You're reading too much meaning into nothing. You're making the mole out of an anthill. Constant gaslighting. It can give you cognitive dissonance. Careful. They'll make you doubt your reality through isolating. Due to the smear campaign, they can use guilt. They will use pity. They will use shame. Anything available in their arsenal, they're going to deploy it on you. It's emotional warfare, but in disguise. And I stayed, not because of any other reason other than the fact that I felt like I could actually heal them. Like my love was going to be enough to finally get them to, I felt like I could pour my light into them to enable them to fill up whatever it is was lacking inside of them. Because if you're an empath or just an intuitive soul, you know when something is not quite right with the person. But that was the worst mistake I could ever make, because you cannot pour your light into someone that is committed to darkness. You cannot pour your light into someone and expect it to give them empathy. That's not how it works. You can even damage yourself in the process, because for narcissistic sociopaths, people like that, the void in them, like that gap, it runs deep. The void runs deep. It's like unquenchable. It's like it's like a bottomless pit, yeah? So you're trying to pour in your light. You can extinguish the little light left in you if you're not careful. You can give out your entire being trying to fix something that cannot be fixed, or to pour into something that has no end. The day I finally decided to leave was not dramatic. It was quiet but powerful. I remember looking in the mirror and almost not recognizing the person staring back at me. And I realized that if I didn't leave right there and then, I was going to lose myself. And that moment was my awakening, not because I stopped loving them, but simply because I started remembering myself. And if you've ever been there, I want you to please know this. Leaving is not weakness. It is an act of revolutionary self-love. For me, healing did not happen overnight. It wasn't a glow-up montage with, candles and all this stuff. Nah. It was slow. It was lonely. It was messy. It was exhausting. But at the end, it was worth it. Here is what helped me truly heal. Number one, self-awareness. Becoming more aware of myself truly helped me and became a game changer. It enabled me to, take the rose-colored glasses off of my eyes and really see the reality of who I was dealing with. Number two, boundaries. I learned that no is a complete word. I stopped over-explaining my point of view. I stopped bargaining my worth and just putting my foot on the ground. Number three, accountability. I had to ask myself some questions. I had to sit myself down and ask myself what parts of me was probably unhealed and still open or tolerating of broken people. Number four, reconnecting with my purpose. The Kess effect was born out of that pain. I wanted to use my pain to create an impact, to show people that you can overcome anything that was meant to destroy you, not as a victim, but as a victor. Here are some truths I wish someone told me sooner. Love should feel safe, not confusing. Consistency is care. Chaos is control. Silence is also an answer. When they don't care enough to listen, that's your cue to leave. You don't need closure from a narcissist. Your peace is your closure. Healing is not linear. Some days you cry, other days you soar. Both are progress. If you're watching this, I want you to say this out loud. I am not broken. I am healing. I am whole. You survived something meant to utterly destroy you. And that, my darling, makes you very powerful. If this resonated with you, please know you're not alone. Drop a heart emoji on the comment section if you're on your own healing journey. Let us know what has been helping you. Let's create a safe space in this community for real conversations and real healing. Remember, your healing is not just for you. It's your story, your power, your effect. And that is the Kess effect. And until next time, bye.